Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about Mamma Mia. Okay, your favorite gay movie that's out there. It's actually an old movie, came out 2008, but it takes place in 2000. It takes place in the year 2000 because that's when the Broadway show came out, in the year 2000. All right, this was a Broadway show. The people that made it were pretty much all gay, I think. And it's pretty obvious, right? Okay, and they were young in the late 70s when ABBA was a big deal. You know, they were playing in all the discotheques on the radio, selling millions of albums. You know, they were a big deal. They were a big deal in the 70s. I even remember ABBA when I was a little kid. Okay, but they died out, like all fads. You know, all genres of music, they died out. I mean, they still have their fans, but for the most part, it was gone. So you got a bunch of these theater people here that are in their 30s now, 40s now. They're not kids anymore, and they remember their youth. They're professionals now. They're into theater. They're doing musicals and stuff, and they decided to bring ABBA back, and so they created a Broadway show. They got the rights to all of ABBA's songs. Okay, and they basically probably wrote this script like over a weekend, and nobody proofreaded it because the script is full of so many plot holes. I mean, you could fly a 747 through them. Okay, it's so bad. Okay, and that's the biggest problems I have with this movie. Okay, the script makes no sense. It's not very believable. Okay, it's not very plausible. Okay, the situation in this movie would never happen in real life. And I'm not talking about people just stop talking and start breaking into song and dance. No, I mean like the way people would react in real life to these things. I mean, in this movie, I mean the fact that these three old men, not middle-aged, old men. They were middle-aged when they impregnated Donna, okay? But now it's 21 years later. These old men are not upset that Donna kept their daughters a secret from them. They're not upset about it. They're not mad at her. They have no resentments towards her at all. None of them act like they're really completely blindsided. If anything, they all act guilty, like they should have been there for her. I'm so sorry, I wasn't there. Well, it wasn't your fault. You didn't know. How would you know? If Donna didn't tell you, how would you know that you got her pregnant? There's no way. And for some reason, which is never explained in this movie, none of the three men ever went back to that island to see Donna at all. Ever. In the past 21 years, no one went back there. If anybody had gone back there in the past 21 years, they would have seen Donna again, and they would have seen Donna with a baby girl or a little girl. Okay? And they easily could have done the math in their head, and oh my God. This is my kid. All right? And for the record, there were DNA tests in the 80s and 90s. Okay, Donna could have easily have paid for one. She obviously wrote down who the men were, the three men that she all had sex with at around the same time. She wrote it in her diary. Her daughter Sophie found the diary, and that's how she tracked down all three of these men. And guess what? She found all of them. She found all of them. Okay? So if Sophie could have done it, so could have Donna, but she didn't. She did not. Okay, she decided to raise Sophie all by herself with no child support. Okay, and no father figure around for her daughter, because the feminist narrative is kids don't need a dad, they just need a mom, right? Okay, yeah. See how that turns out, right? Anyway, so she deprived her daughter of having a father figure. Which is the reason that her daughter Sophie is about to marry a gay guy, because she had no father figure around. Okay, the audacity of Donna, however, to raise her daughter by herself and then pat herself on the back for being able to do it all by herself without help from a man. Yet here she is singing and complaining about money. Complaining about how she never has enough money. She's always working. She works 7 days a week, no days off, no vacations. Because she owns this villa, and she has to do all the handyman stuff. She has to fix the curtains. She has to change the light bulbs. She can't fix the toilets. They don't work. Nothing she can do about that. She has to seal up the cracked concrete. I mean, she has to do all these things. It's her villa. She owns it, right? She's responsible for it. But yeah, she has all these employees that actually clean the rooms and stuff and cook the food and bartend for her and stuff, but she can't find anybody to actually change the light bulbs. She has to do that herself. In her dungarees, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. She complains about money, but yeah, she can afford the staff of maids, and gardeners and stuff, but she can't afford a handyman. She has to do it all herself. That's just ridiculous, okay? And the fact that she does not want her daughter to get married. She wants her daughter to stay on the island and be a loser like her. Be alone with her vibrator, and just, masturbate for the rest of her life by herself, getting uglier, older, and fatter, and maybe have her drunk friends come to visit her, every 20 years or something, basically what Donna's life is, okay? And in case you can't tell by the tone of what I'm saying here, okay, I have no respect for the character of Donna at all. Donna Sheridan is a piece of crap. Okay, if I had sex with a woman and I'd gotten her pregnant and she kept that information from me and I didn't find out until my own child, who's 20 years old now, wrote me and told me that, I would be extremely upset. I would not handle it the way these men in the movie are handling it, okay, because they're not real men. Okay, now that's a problem with this genre in general, the rom-com in general, is men never act like men. Okay, they act like parodies of men, of what women wish a man could be. Okay, weak, stupid, cowardly, or just evil, so you can have somebody to hate, somebody to kill, somebody to beat up, and that's the way men are portrayed in these movies. Okay, they're portrayed as superfluous. They're portrayed as that they don't matter. Okay, and that's not really the kind of message that's going to get guys to see this movie. And if you want to brainwash women with that, you're not exactly going to make them happy. Their lives are not going to be happy. Okay, as much pro man as I am, and I'm very much pro man. Okay, I still acknowledge that we need women in our lives. Okay, we need women in our lives. I don't want to live in this world without women in it. Okay, I don't think men are better than women. I think we both are equally important. I think that we can't do it without each other. Okay, and I can say that, and I mean it. Okay, I don't want to live in a world without women. Okay, I love women. A woman in my life makes my life better. Doesn't make it worse. Okay, I like having that feminine energy around me. Okay, because I'm so used to myself. Or if I'm hanging out with the guys, it's just not the same thing. When I'm with guys, we talk about guy things. Manly things. Okay, but when I'm with a woman, it's different. I get to be the man and she gets to be the woman. And I like playing that role. I like being that. It brings out my masculine energy around her, and I enjoy that. I enjoy sex with women. Okay, their bodies are different than ours, okay? They're softer, they got more curves, they smell different, their hair is softer. It's just all sorts of things, okay? I know, I'm getting crazy here. Okay, but it's the truth. I don't want to live in a world without that, where I can't have that. Or I can't have that person in my life, or a person like that in my life. I don't want to live in a world without that. I acknowledge it. It wouldn't be much of a world. Okay? But that's never the message that you see when it comes to the women in these movies. The women never need a guy. They're always out there to prove they got a bigger dick than I do. And you don't, by the way, ladies. Sorry, you don't. Okay? That's not a healthy message. That's not something that, we really, is going to get the sexes together. If anything, it's going to divide us. Okay? Look at today. It's 2024. All right? It's a good 16 years after this movie came out. All right? And have the sexes gotten better? No. If anything, we're more separate now than we were back then. Because the media keeps spouting this battle of the sexes. Basically, the word sexism is nothing more than a synonym for misogyny. It doesn't acknowledge that women can be sexist as well. Misandry. Hell, most of you don't even know what that word means. But yet we're constantly bombarded with that all the damn time. Fuck men, women rule. Fuck that noise. That's not true. That is not fucking true. Okay? Let me hit you with a big dose of reality, ladies. Okay? You can't do shit without us. And I'm not just talking sexual, although that's a very important part. You can't do shit without us. Okay? Who's gonna fix your toilet when it breaks, huh? Who's gonna fix your car? Who sets up the power lines that provide your house with electricity? Huh? Who does that? Who built that house that you're living in? Huh? Oh, you might have paid for it, but who built it? What good is buying a house if there's no house built for you to buy? You see what I mean? Who does those things? Who throws out your garbage? You see what I mean? You can't do anything without us. Nothing. Who fights the wars for you? How many countries want to come invade the United States and capture all of you and rape you and impregnate you with their kids? How many countries out there wish they could do that? A lot. There's a lot that hate us. They hate this country. Who's going to protect you from them? Us? We're superfluous, remember? We're all stupid. We're all cowards. We're all evil. Right? Okay? Who's going to protect you from that? What good is having your master's degree? Okay? What good is being a CEO of a corporation? What's good being the, the supervisor of your HR department for your company? Okay? What good is that? What good is being a teacher? Okay? In the private and public school sector? Okay? What good is being the head nurse at your hospital? Okay? If there's no men to defend your ability to do any of those things. You can't do any of it. You can't do any of it. The bottom line is, ladies, and it sucks, okay, but sometimes you need to hear this, okay? And I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings or anything, okay? I already acknowledged to you that I don't want to live in a world without women. I need women in my life. And most guys do too. We need women in our lives. We don't want to live in a world without women, okay? I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you need us too. You definitely need us as well. And just because the movies aren't going to tell you this and the TV shows are going to tell you this, and those cunts from The View aren't going to tell you this, okay? And the mainstream media is not going to tell you this, okay? It's the truth. It's the truth, okay? You can't do shit without us. And that's the truth. Oh, I just play with my vibrator. Okay, yeah, play with your vibrator. Who's going to build the vibrators? How many women engineers are there out there, huh? How many air conditioning technicians are women, huh? What's going to happen when it gets, 120 degrees outside? Suck it up, right, Buttercup? This is what I'm talking about, okay? You can't do anything without us. So quit pretending that we're superfluous. Quit telling us that we're not needed, we're not wanted, okay? Because we most definitely are. We most definitely are. And the good news is that men, for the most part, we want to be that guy. We want to be the guy that protects you. We want to be the guy that provides for you. We want to be the guy that makes you happy. Because making you happy makes us happy. I know it's weird, right? Okay? But at the same time, you got to be that girl too that we want. You can't be in a fucking schlong toss contest with us because you're going to lose. Okay? You can't be trying to prove that you've got a bigger dick than us, okay? That you're so strong and special. You're not. Okay? Most of you out there are just average looking, just like we are. Most of us are average looking. Okay? Average things. You gotta understand that, okay? Get off your fucking, and I know you were brainwashed by the media that all women are beautiful no matter what the size. Bullshit. Okay? That's like saying all men are great no matter how much money they have. Bullshit. Right? Okay. So let's get real here, okay? There's sexism, there's on both sides. There's unreasonable expectations on both sides. Not just one. Okay? All right. Now that I got that rant out of the way, okay, you can understand why this movie doesn't really appeal to me. And I watched the whole thing. Okay? It just reinforces these stereotypes. The women are all strong and good and powerful, and men are all stupid. The men in this movie, if you want to call them men, are not real men. They're parodies. Okay? They're all pussies. Including Sky Ryman, the supposed groom in this movie. Okay? The first thing he said, and I'm going to remember this forever, okay? Because like I said, I never saw this movie before until I decided to review it for you, okay? His very first line in the movie, the first time we meet him, the first thing he says is he's looking at something and he says, "Oh, yes." Just like that. Like fucking something Liberace would do. And we're supposed to believe that this guy is the groom who's going to marry Sophie? You out of your freaking mind? You expect me to believe this guy is heterosexual? Are you freaking crazy? The producers aren't even aware of how they come across. You know why? Because they don't know what fucking heterosexuality is. They don't, and they're definitely not from a guy's point of view, maybe from a girl's point of view, but it's like Sex and the City all over again. They got the women right, they got the guys wrong. Completely wrong. And you women watch this shit and you think it's gonna fucking happen to you. It's not. It's not. Ladies, I got some news for you. All right? This reminds me of a movie that you did not see. And honestly, I never even saw the whole thing myself. There's a movie that came out in 1990. Okay, it's called Hudson Hawk. Okay, now Bruce Willis was a big star in 1990. Okay, Die Hard. In fact, Die Hard 2 came out in 1990. It was a huge success. Okay, he was riding that Die Hard wave. Okay, he was doing very well. Okay, he wasn't doing moonlighting anymore. That show finally got canceled. He was just doing movies, big budget movies. He was a movie star. Okay, a rising star. Okay, in 1990, and he did this movie called Hudson Hawk. Look it up. Okay, and I forgot who else was in it, but I know that Sandra Bernhard was in it too. Okay, and Richard E. Grant was in it. He played the bad guy. Okay, and Danny Aiello was also in it. Okay, and there's a scene in there where they take the girl hostage. They capture the hot girl. I forgot who it was that played her. Okay, Andie MacDowell. Okay, Andie MacDowell played the love interest. All right, and Hudson Hawk's like a reformed bank robber. He's got to go save her. Okay. Anyway, and they tie her to a chair. She's a hostage. Okay. And there's a scene in there where Richard E. Grant, who's the bad guy, he plays this over the top villain. Okay. And he looks right at her. Okay. While she's tied to this chair, and he tells her, he says, "Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this is the part where some tall, square-jawed, big-shouldered, well-hung guy is just gonna come in here and save you. Well, sweetheart, that just ain't gonna happen." That's what I'm telling you. Get your head out of the clouds. Get back on the real world. Get off the gay soul train and get to the real world. All right. Now, where do we leave off? Okay, last time I told you about that stupid party at night, okay, where all the women were there and they felt up Bill and Harry crawled under the table to run away from all the women because, he's gay. Okay. And Sam confronts Donna. Now, Donna already did like a song with her drunk, ugly old lady friends. Think Hocus Pocus, okay? They did a song up there. Who cares what the song was? I don't give a shit. Okay? And, okay, so, and they look like the Hocus Pocus women, okay? And I'm not talking about the 1993 movie. I'm talking about the 2020 version. The sequel. 3 old Jewish witches, right? That's what they look like. All right. Anyway, well, Sam, Pierce Brosnan's character, he confronts Donna, okay? Because Donna just got into an argument with her daughter Sophie, who yelled at her for never telling her who her dad was, okay? And for wanting to call off the wedding, okay? She had a fight with Sky because she didn't tell Sky that she was going to invite her 3 dads to the wedding. He didn't know about it. So he got mad at her. Okay. So she got in a fight and she's upset about it. And then Donna shows up to wonder why her daughter's upset before the wedding. She thinks it's wedding jitters. She tells her daughter, "Hey, I'll call off the wedding right now. No problem. You don't have to get married." And Sophie tells her, "No, you don't understand, Mom. You never understood. I want to get married. I want to have babies with Sky. Okay. I want my kids to know who their father is. You're the one that doesn't want me to get married. You're the one that wants me to stay on this island forever." That kind of. So now Donna's upset. Now Sam shows up. Sam, Pierce Brosnan, okay? If you see, you already know the plot of the story, okay? She fucked these 3 guys when she was a young lady 21 years ago, and one of them got her pregnant, okay? And by young lady, I mean she was 37 when it happened, okay? Because she's fucking 59 in this movie, all right? And Sophie's is 20 years old. So when she was in her late 30s, she got pregnant by one of these guys. She slept with all of them. They didn't know about each other. Okay. And, okay. Yeah. So that happened. Okay. And so now they all showed up again because Sophie wrote to all of them that she's getting married and she wants them to walk her down the aisle, but they did not know about each other. So all 3 of them showed up at the same time, despite the fact they're all in different parts of the world. Okay. They all showed up at the same time. And like I said, they all had sex with Donna. Donna kicked them off her island, but they're still there. They're just staying on the boat, on Bill's boat, one of the 3 guys. He's got a boat. Okay? And now Sam is there to confront Donna. Okay? He confronts Donna. He reminds her that a long time ago when they were young, and by young I mean in their late 30s, okay, they dreamed of owning a villa on this island here in Greece, okay? So obviously that's why she's there. Donna does own a villa on this island now, okay, called Villa Donna. All right? Okay, and like I said in the last video, I understand why she's mad at Sam. Apparently she was in love with him 21 years ago. Okay, they had a romance on this island. They talked about their dreams. They would own a villa together and grow old together and raise a family together. But that didn't happen because Sam was engaged to another woman. So obviously this was a summer fling. Okay, he was already engaged and somehow he ended up on a Greek island without his fiance, right? And he meets Donna and they fall in love. And even though he tells her, hey, I'm engaged, you know, I'm going to go back to America after the summer's over and I'm going to marry my fiance. So anything that we do is just going to be temporary. You know, it's not going to go further than that. Apparently, they never had that conversation. Donna assumed that Sam would leave his fiance for her ugly 37-year-old ass. Okay? And well, obviously she was shocked and hurt that he didn't. He left to go marry the other woman. So that's why she's upset with him. So that's why she's being a bitch to him. That does not explain why she's being a bitch to Bill and to Harry. If anything, she fucked them over. But she treats them like shit too. All right, so it makes no sense. You know, she's just entitled. Her indignation, just because she's a woman in this movie, that automatically means she has a right to treat all the men like shit. And because the men aren't real men, they just take it. They take it up the ass. Anyway. So they don't stick up for themselves, okay? So that's going on here, okay? And Donna gives Sam a self-pity speech about how tough she's had it for the past 20 years. You know, she rejects his offer to help. He offers to give her some money, okay? Because she's had to raise Sophie all by herself. And she rejects his offer for help. He asked her why she didn't tell him about Sophie. Like I said, why didn't you tell me that I had a daughter? You know? And of course, he's too stupid to realize that the other two guys that came with him to the island might also be Sophie's father and not him. Okay? And Donna tells Sam when he asks her that question, it's none of your business. Well, actually, it is his business, okay? It is his business. Okay? He has a right to know if Sophie is his daughter. It is his fucking business, okay? It was not your business to keep it from him or the other two guys, since you don't know which fucking one it was that got you fucking pregnant, okay? And the fact that none of the three guys are aware, despite the fact they're living together on a boat, that they already met each other before they even got on the island, that they're all friends, that they all know Donna, that they all love Sophie, that they all have a connection to this island. None of these three men have yet put together that they all fucked Donna at around the same time. Each one of these men thinks that she was exclusively with them that summer of '79 and no one else. Therefore, they must be Sophie's father. Now, maybe they don't want to talk about that because it's already implied. It's obvious. It doesn't need to be said. But these guys are acting like that never even occurred to them. That these other men that they're bunking with might have also fucked Donna at the same time. Each one of these three men thinks that they are Sophie's father. This is what I'm talking about. Who the fuck wrote this shit? And each one of these men has a picture of Donna in their fucking wallet. Like she's fucking Helen of Troy or some shit. She's not. Too fucking ugly and old. I'm pretty sure she was fucking ugly and old 21 years ago when she was fucking 37. Anyway, moving right along. Samantha. Oh, sorry, not Samantha. Sam. I should have called him Samantha. He acts like a bitch. Sam says, why is Sophie getting married and settling down on the island? Now, I know I'm talking with a British accent, even though I'm supposed to be an American. But forget about that right now. I would have told Sophie to go out and to get a life and not stay here on this island. But you know what, Donna? I think that a part of your daughter, my daughter, our daughter, a part of her just wants you to know that she's not going to leave you all alone. And that's why she stays here. Now, Donna, I have 2 grown kids. I know about letting go. If Sophie knew that you would be okay on your own, don't you think she would want something else for herself? Now, that's actually a good point here. Now, one thing I will say about the character of Sam, out of the 3 men, I like him the most. He's the only guy that's kind of level-headed. Yes, he's a pussy. All the men on this movie are pussies, okay? But I can see him as a dad. The way he talked to Sophie earlier in the movie, they were drawing, she drew a picture of him, and he's an architect, so he's an artist too. And he understands how good of an artist Sophie is, and he asked her, he's like, why aren't you doing something with this? You got talent. Why are you sticking around this island for? You should be out there doing something with your life. Not just staying here, helping your mom run this place. You should get your own life, he's telling, that's something a dad would say. So I thought that was kind of cool. There's a voice of reason here. Now, just because he's got the instincts of a father doesn't mean he's not a dumbass in other aspects of his life. Clearly, he does not know how to be a fucking man in a heterosexual relationship. Anyway, he might know how to raise kids, but he doesn't know how to be a man in a heterosexual relationship. Maybe if he takes it up the ass, he knows, but which I'm sure he does. Okay. Anyway, so that happens, which is it's a good thing that he said, that your daughter's afraid she's going to leave you alone. That's why she stays here. Okay? Well, of course, this pisses off Donna because she does not want to be called off on her own shit. She just gave him a speech about how terrible her life is, how nobody ever helps her. I got to do it all alone, and you don't see me complaining because I'm a boss bitch. Okay? Now, I got to call bullshit on this because notice how Sophie's choices for her future have nothing to do with what Sky wants. All right? Okay, because no one gives a shit about him, and we don't know what Sky wants. Okay, now what I mean by that is that everyone's talking about, right, this conversation is about Sophie's future, about why she doesn't do what she wants to do, which is pursue her art career, pursue a career in art. But yet nobody is talking about what her fiance wants to do. You see what I mean? Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody said I wonder what Sky wants to do in this marriage. I wonder what's important to him. Since she's going to marry him, tomorrow, maybe we should think about what he wants as well. I mean, why not? They don't know Sky any better than they know Sophie. So what the fuck? But yet they're talking about Sophie like she's some single woman who can just get up and leave whenever the fuck she wants. No, she's about to get married to a fucking dude. I know everyone forgot that part because they're so busy talking about Sophie this and Sophie that. And what does Sophie want? What the fuck about the gay guy she's going to marry? What about that? No one's talking about that. Anyway, moving right along, Donna tells Sam that she wakes up happy every single day because she doesn't have some menopausal man telling her how to run her life. I think she said middle-aged menopausal man, but no, Sam's not middle-aged. He's fucking old, okay? He's 55 years old, okay? Donna is fucking 58 years old, all right? Because that's how old Meryl Streep was when she filmed this scene. That's how old they were when they filmed this scene. Okay? So no, they're well past middle age, okay? They're past middle age, both of them, okay? And she said he was menopausal, which I actually agree with that statement. He is a pussy, and you keep playing the pussy, you're gonna get fucked. All right, anyway, she's happy that she doesn't have some menopausal man telling her how to run her life. She tells him, I'm free and single, and it's great. And I do agree. Like I said, I agree with Donna. All 3 of these men are on the rag. They're on the rag. You know, and of course Sam does, this is his angry face. Sam does the angry look. He's like, just like that. Just like that. That's his angry look. That's him having a backbone. Just like that. A blowhard. See, that's what these gay people that made this fucking movie, that's what they think. That's how they think straight men react when they're mad. They're just, like, what the fuck is this? So what do you do when you're pissed off like that? What do all men do when they're pissed off? They start singing SOS by ABBA, okay? And that's what fucking Sam does. He starts singing SOS. So when you hear me calling, can't you see the SOS? And the love you gave me, nothing else can save the SOS. When you're gone, how can I even try to go on? Okay, I ain't gonna do no more. Anyway, yes, Pierce Brosnan actually, believe it or not, as bad as that was, Pierce Brosnan actually sounded worse than that. I know, it scared me too. Okay, I actually sat through the whole fucking song. Anyway, okay, and you know, so he starts singing SOS, right? Which, if you listen to the lyrics, it's a song about a person who needs help because the person they love can't hear them calling out for them. Listen to me, fucking Sam, or should I call you Samantha, you fucking menopausal bitch. Okay, you have not fucking seen Donna in 21 fucking years. Why the fuck are you crying over her? If you really fucking loved her, the way you're acting you do right now, why the fuck didn't you just come back to her? Why didn't you just come back? Come back to fucking island. Years ago. But no, like all men in these fucking movies and all rom-coms, okay, it's the man that cries for years and years and years over some fucking one-night stand that he had. It's never the woman. Never. Unless it's something like Titanic where the guy died. But this isn't in that, okay? Donna didn't die. He's just too much of a pussy to go back to the island and get her back. So he'd rather just fucking spend the rest of his life crying about her. Now what about Bill? Yeah, what did he do? He cried about her. And what about Harry? What did he do? He cried about her. That's what all the men do in these fucking movies. Not one man has a fucking backbone. When in real life, dude, when a relationship's over, it's fucking over. You meet another fucking girl and you get fucking laid. And you forget about this bitch. You don't have to think about her in a bad way. But she's not an important part of your fucking life anymore. You're already fucking somebody else. You're already in love with another girl. So what the fuck? That's what happens in real life, but you're never gonna fucking know that if all you do is watch these goddamn piece of shit, bullshit fucking movies. For Christ's sake, fucking Meryl Streep is good looking as my asshole. Anyway, Harry and Tanya are in the water, because remember she was distracting him. Okay, and then the black guy bartender shows up to remind her that they fucked last night. Yes, Tanya is this old 56-year-old woman who's drunk all the time, smoking cigarettes, ugly as fuck, friends with Donna. I guess they were girlfriends together a long time ago. They showed up for this wedding, and apparently she fucked the hot, young, closeted homosexual black guy bartender last night, and now she wants to blow him off, you know, because he caught feelings. Yeah, he caught feelings. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God, all right? That'd be like some young, hot black guy, you know, ripped abs, you know, beach body guy who caught feelings for fucking B. Arthur from the Golden Girls. Just put that picture in your head. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So that's going on. And I'm going to stop right here. I'll be back soon to continue my review of this bullshit movie. I thank you for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.